Am I the asshole for getting upset that my boyfriend checks out other women in front of me and fantasizes about his ex?
Totally, just let him do all those things. That's completely normal.
I 30 I 31 female have been with my boyfriend 30 male for about a year. He got a job in a different state and we agreed that I would follow him, so I found a job as well. I bought a house as I'm in the financial position to do so, with the agreement that he would split the payments with me as rent. But I paid for the deposit, closing costs, etc. myself, as the house is solely in my name. Lately, the recurring theme of our disagreements tends to be his so-called need for variety. We have disagreed when he admitted he masturbates to random girls on Instagram when, quote, I don't fit into his fantasies. And recently, when we were on vacation, he wouldn't stop checking out a girl right in front of me, including stepping aside me to get a better view of her. He said it's just a habit, but he wants to work on it because he can see why I would find it disrespectful. We received an invite for some of his friends that were having a pool party. When I asked if he could promise he would not check out anybody in front of me, it wasn't something he could guarantee 100%, and somehow led to a conversation where he stated that he thinks about and fantasizes about his exes approximately 50% of the time when he masturbates, which he said can usually be 3 to 7 times a day. He says that he thinks of me maybe 30% of these times. Note this confession was literally the night before we were supposed to move, as in movers hired, trucks rented, etc. So backing out of the move wasn't really an option. He said it's not because he loves them or wants to be with them, that it's just a physical urge. He compared it to sometimes you're in the mood for pizzas or burger or blank etc. when trying to describe it. He said they're just thoughts and doesn't mean he doesn't love me or want to be with me, that he would never act on them or anything. It still was so painful to hear as I rarely think about my exes at all, let alone my sex life with them. Since the move was already underway, I agreed to start couples counseling to help facilitate conversations regarding our issues. Through this process, I have learned that my boyfriend has not only masturbated to random Instagram models or random girls that he doesn't follow, but he also masturbated to nearly every girl he follows on social media, including friends, coworkers, and professional acquaintances, both before and during our relationship, totaling about 150 girls on one social media platform that he still follows. He said that he does not message them and the girls don't know, so it doesn't hurt them. This, along with some other problematic behaviors and thought patterns, have caused our therapist to recommend he be evaluated for a sex addiction and possibly seek treatment for that. I am somebody who wants to be married and have kids in the next several years, but his behavior makes me question if monogamy will ever be enough for him, even if they're just thoughts and fantasies. I'm glad he has been very honest with me and he is getting the help he needs, but I do feel like I am the only reason he is agreeing to get help. If we were to end, I do feel like he would go back to his previous behaviors. If we were to continue dating, I'm afraid that eventually thoughts and fantasies will not be enough and he will eventually act on them or ask for an open relationship. Even if he does get help, though, I'm not sure if I'm at a point where I could trust that he isn't going to fantasize about any new girls he meets at work, social events, or even my friends. I don't know how to navigate getting over this break in our trust. If anybody has been in a similar situation or has some insights, I would appreciate it. Also, I love the podcast. As I'm in between my last job and starting my new one, I've been binge watching and listening to the episodes. It has been a great way to kill time since I don't know anybody in the new town and do not have any family or friends around. Oh, thank you. Thoughts?
I'm fucking disgusted. I want to vomit. I am I'm creeped out by my own fucking skin. I got the ick. I'm so fucking icked right now. I feel like I'm covered in slime. I want to shower. I'm so fucking disgusted. I can't. Fucking gross. So gross. I wish I read this when she posted it because this was like 3 months ago, but yeah. I just commented like, fucking run. Put your running shoes, put those Nikes on and fucking strap all your clothes to your back and your boxes and fucking run. This dude shouldn't spend another minute with you, another fucking night. Don't let him move into the new house. Just fucking run.
He's a predator.
Even outside of that, like, he's got something mentally fucking wrong with him, man. Like, let me lay it out there for all of you women and men. Fucking learn a lesson here, bro. And women out there, learn a lesson of what men should be like, all right? I do not check out any other women. I do not stalk exes on Instagram. I do not stalk anybody. I do not fantasize about anybody else. I do not jerk off 3 to 7 times a day thinking about my ex. I do not think about anybody else besides the love of my life, Teresa here, all right? I walk down the street and Teresa's like, oh, that girl's got a nice butt. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about because I don't look at women. I've never catcalled a woman in my entire fucking life. I'm walking down the sidewalk and there's someone hot somewhere else. I don't take a second look. If they're in my vision, then they're gone. I don't turn my head and look. I don't look up ahead at their butt. I don't fucking care. There's no point for any of that shit. Even before I met Teresa, if there was no opportunity for me to like meet that woman and like have a connection and like maybe start a conversation before asking for a number, I would never second look at that person. Anybody walking down the street or they're driving the car and they look hot, oh cool, they're gone. Never a second look. Never fucking oogly eyes over anybody in public. Like the boys, we walking down the street, the boys all through high school, college, all this stuff, they'd be like, man, did you guys see that chick? She was so hot. No, bro, I don't give a fuck. We're never going to talk to this girl. I'm never going to see her again. I don't care if she was hot. She doesn't get a second glance from me. Fucking disgusting behavior. Just doubling down on so much fucking disgusting behavior in this stuff. I'm rattled up right now. I'm fucking going off. Like I've been trying to avoid swearing so much. I've been doing so good lately. I am so triggered right now. I want to shower. I don't think I've ever been so grossed out in this kind of situation. Run. They're like, absolutely fucking run.
Enough said. Yes, I agree. And before meeting you, like, I thought that this behavior was normal. So I think it's really great that you are explaining from a perspective of a man what is and what isn't normal, because I think a lot of men are like this in OP's story. But that is not normal. It should not be normal. I think the normal is how you're acting. Like it's not normal to oogly eye girls or catcall or anything, because that makes them uncomfortable. And 10 times out of 10, those girls are not going to run back or run up to your car and be like, hey, what's your number?
Yeah.
Hey, let's go out on a date. Like that, 10 out of 10 times, that never works.
Never happens.
I never understood that.
You're just a fucking creep.
You're a creep. I never understood what the ultimate goal with that is. Like, is it a way to assert dominance? What is it? Like, is it just like...
It's a dog pissing on the lamppost.
Yeah, like it's just a way to make women feel uncomfortable. And I'm not saying we are kind of like jumping here because OP isn't doing that. They're doing it in secrecy.
No. 100,000%. This is a guy that cat calls chicks when he's by himself or with the boys.
Probably.
I fucking guarantee it.
Yeah, probably.
Guarantee it.
Yeah. OP, this is not normal. I know this was 3 months ago. I really hope...
It's only 1 year. You're 30.
Yeah.
Cut your loss. Move the fuck on.
Cut your losses. Exactly. Like, this is not something that you can't get over. Like, this is not something that can't be undone. Like, just because you moved in with him, it can still be undone. Like,
yeah, tell him, cool, you love fantasizing about your ex. Well, fantasize about me because you're my fucking ex now.
Period. I love that. I had hard eyes for you when you were like going off.
I still have the fucking ick. I am disgusted over here.
Yeah,
I'm grossed out.
It is really, truly vile and disgusting behavior. There are a couple edits here that I will. Are you good?
I don't know.
Okay. Should I read the edits?
Fuck this therapist. She needs to just advise.
You know, I was thinking that too. Like,
do therapists have to advise you how to fix your couple problems? Or
like,
can she advise the woman that this dude needs to be single? Like, don't stay with him. I feel like the therapist is there to let you know how to fix your problem. But when is it time to cut and run?
Yeah,
When do they advise that?
I was actually thinking that, like, yes, you're going to couples therapy together, so the goal is to kind of rekindle that relationship. But like, as a therapist, like, you must see, and this probably goes against like their standards and stuff.
Yeah,
I
I
would
don't know. It's
imagine.
weird.
But yeah, like, it would probably be really hard for a therapist to just like sit through this and like try to help. That's rough. Anyways, I'll read the edits. I have tried to make some friends as I'm in a new city. I expressed to my partner that I was insecure that he could be attracted to somebody I became friends with, and with his history of masturbating to women he knows. I was afraid this would be something that could happen. His response was, well, they wouldn't be as cool as you. And when I asked for clarification what he was really saying, and he asked if he really thought he could be more physically attracted to one of my friends than me, his response was, well, I want to be realistic in our relationship. So that was a low blow and another breaking point.
Another breaking point that's broken. The ice is shattered. It's fucking done. He's drowning in the cold water, or you're drowning. Someone's drowning in cold water.
Another edit. Thank you guys for the support and those who have sent me messages. In couples counseling, our therapist expressed that my partner's behavior was problematic and that he should seek treatment from a CSAT, certified sex addiction therapist. He made the appointment, but then rescheduled. He says he needs to be off the leash a little, to have the creative outlet of fantasizing these scenarios with other women to feel like himself. His words. When asked if these fantasies were more important than a relationship with me, he said he needed some time to think. So that's where I am now.
Fucking run! I don't understand.
Okay, but babe, it is hard when you are in situations like these. Like,
okay, you're right.
You
Maybe
have
it is.
your,
I don't understand it.
Like, love blindness. Like, what's it called? Like, love blinders.
How can you still have the love blinders on? Every single thing that you've typed it out here. You've typed it out. Every single thing is just like I'm just imagine like the fucking radiation needle going when you're in an area and it's like going like really high, but for like the disgusting needle, the needle just keeps going into the red, man. It's going into freaking red. I'm fucking disgusted.
It's very disheartening that it is something that he has to think on, but I'm honestly so exhausted of parenting a grown man on how to behave in a relationship and to treat a woman with respect. I've given him books on the matter, found therapists for him, and have tried to be patient through this whole process, but he still says that it's not a problem and other girls would be okay with it, that I need to accept him for who he is. I don't have the capacity to be okay with it, so compromise isn't really an option. He wants us to meet in the middle, but it's like asking, how much can I violate your boundaries and disrespect you before you leave? For example, he offered that he would not jerk off to his exes or my friends' photos. In exchange, he could still look at coworkers and acquaintances, etc. Overall, I feel like the damage to me is irreparable, but I care about him enough to want the best for him. I hope he decides to get help regardless of what happens between us, so he can be a better partner in the future for somebody.
Stop fucking caring. Fuck this guy. I'm so mad right now. I can't.
Okay, final update. After several months of counseling together, I have made the difficult decision to break up with him. I still love him and care about him, but I was really neglecting my mental and physical health. When asked if he preferred fantasizing about girls he knows and his exes over being in a relationship with me, he said he needed time to think. So I said I would make the decision easier for him and that I was done. I'm just so exhausted. I give him 30 days to find new housing. It's hard to see him every day still, but if I can be a friend for him during this time while he is considering getting help, I can put aside my own grief for now. I just want the best for him. Although if he starts trying to date or hooking up with anybody while living in my house, he will have 24 hours to get his shit out of my house before I delete his code off the security system.
Thank God, but why put yourself through months of this stuff? Back to where he said he'll compromise by not jerking off to your friend's photos, like, ew. I can understand like jerking off once a week, once a while, whatever, but like 3 to 7 times a day to photos? Come on, man. Like, I can understand going on some Pornhub, whatever, once in a while, but like, ew. I want a shower. I can't with this. I can't.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you saw the light and have ended things with him.
I wish you saw it sooner.
I know, me too.
Why'd you waste so much time on this creep?
Yeah, I don't know. I do feel like she really cared about him, and I just hope you know that this is not normal.
I hope you find somebody who cares for you in the same way, who's not a total, absolutely disgusting, icky, creepy, sluggish, slimish motherfucker.
I agree. Please give us an update if you have any, because I hope you're living your best life right now. Really.
I want some mouthwash.
Oh my.
I need to brush my teeth. I need to scrub my skin.
All right. How do we move on from that one?
I don't know.